The temperatures are starting to get cooler and soon the leaves will be changing. That means it's time to explore some of the great fairs and festivals in Ohio. On today's show, we take you to 4 fantastic areas for fall fun. We start off in Delaware County with the famous Little Brown Jug and the Delaware County Fair. Then we travel west to Urbana for the Ohio Fish and Shrimp Festival and continuing south to Adams County and the Seaman Fall Festival. Finally, we wrap up our trip by stopping by the Arts in the Alley Festival in Grove City. Lots of great fun straight ahead. Stay with us. Coming up on September 19th as a part of the Delaware County Fair is the 68th running of the most famous harness racing event in the state, the Little Brown Jug. Not only known for the county fair and the jug, Delaware offers visitors a wealth of shopping, dining, and entertainment options around the area. Debbie Schatzer from the Delaware County Convention and Visitors Bureau told us more about the jug and the great things you and the family can try in Delaware.
It's an exciting time for Delaware because about 44,000 people or more will be out here at the fairgrounds for the Little Brown Jug. And then the Little Brown Jug is sort of the actually Kentucky Derby of Ohio, I think. And it's one of the jewels in the Triple Crown of Grand Circuit harness racing. And this is the 68th year for it. And it's the only such race of its caliber to still take place at a county fair. And they'll have racing all week except for Monday. So it'll be Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is actually the Jugette, which is like the jug, only it's for fillies. They're going to run here on the fastest half-mile track in the world. And we're really looking forward to the races again this year. Well, the fair is this week, and it's our opportunity to still celebrate our agriculture heritage throughout the county. We have some special things that will happen. I think the Ohio Idols are going to be performing a show on Saturday the 14th, the first day of the fair. It runs Saturday the 14th through Saturday the 21st, I believe it is. And the last day of the fair will also have a laser light show and fireworks. The gate admission's about $6, and of course there's ride tickets and such things like that. Well, Delaware is an outstanding community and a real family community. The downtown is kind of a well-kept secret. It doesn't mean to be, it's just people aren't quite aware of how active downtown Delaware is. You'll find a mix of antique malls, but also really unique boutiques and a lot of coffee shops and a lot of restaurants. It's actually a great dining destination right now. I think you could eat out almost every day for 2 weeks before you would eat something at every place available downtown.
Out on the west side of Delaware is the Jug Grill and Patio. With a great menu and awesome drink specials, the Jug is the place to stop before and after the races at the fairgrounds. Don Long and Kyle Rayburn told me more about the Jug's food, drink, and entertainment. Don, give us a little history and background on the Jug.
Well, the Jug has been out here at this present location for 6 years. I changed the name to that from a previous.
Well, there seems to be a little bit of a horse racing theme going here.
Yes, we've tried to follow that along with the name, obviously. I'm from Delaware, been to that race since I was 8 years old, and just something that when you're from Delaware, you enjoy it and you try to build on that name and use it, and it's good for the town and it's good for the community.
Yeah, you've definitely got the parking spaces, right?
Yes, we do. We got loads of parking and welcome them, and they show us, appreciation. They come back year after year, and that's what we like to see.
Talk about some of the events, some of the things that are going on that you're doing in conjunction with this event.
Yeah, actually, we got a lot of great activities lined up for the entire week. Monday, we've got some food specials like 60-cent wings. So, if you're looking to pinch some pennies there in the beginning on because you got to save for Thursday. Tuesday, we've got a pretty fun event with Excess Trivia. Columbus company comes in and does like live buzzer-style trivia with us, and that's free to play, free to win. So that's a lot of fun. Wednesday, we're doing an awesome prime rib dinner. We got a brand new chef in the house. house, and he's really going to knock it out of the park for all the hardworking people over there at the fair. So we'd love to have you come in and do that. And Friday night we're going to kick the dance party off. We got a DJ, and then Saturday night we've got well, this might sound a little biased.
Yeah, exactly.
But we got one of the best bands in town. We got the Divide, which
you happen to be a member of.
Just so happen to be a part of. So we're really looking forward to coming in here and giving everybody a great weekend after a hard week at the fair. So
We headed about an hour and a half west to Champaign County and the city of Urbana, which is hosting the Ohio Fish and Shrimp Festival. Festivities kick off Friday evening, September 20th, with live music, mouth-watering seafood selections from the Freshwater Farms booth, as well as games and activities for the whole family. Are you looking for a little piece of Tuscany with a cozy and friendly atmosphere, but Italy is just too far away? Cafe Paradiso is the place you're looking for. We stopped by and talked to the owner, Patrick Thackeray, about what makes Cafe Paradiso the perfect choice for a romantic evening, family event, or just a fun night out with friends.
Back about 1925, it became a restaurant in this exact space. It was called Paradise Lunch. It then changed to Paradise Cafe. Changed the names a couple more times, and then it was Paradise Cafe again. When we bought the building and converted it to an Italian restaurant, we thought we'd keep the tradition and call it Cafe Paradiso. So it's been not quite 100 years, but close to it. It's been a food establishment here in town.
What's your house specialty? What are people going to find when they come here to visit?
Well, we've got a fairly select menu. It's not a huge menu. Everything we make is made here. We do an Alfredo. We do a really awesome Alfredo. None of the sauces are made ahead of time. If you order a fettuccine Alfredo, the butter hits the pan, the garlic hits the pan, salt and pepper goes in the pan, the cream, it starts sauteing, and it doesn't come out until it's ready. The only sauces we do ahead of time would be, of course, like a marinara that has to cook for 3.5 hours. But our pestos, we do a cioppino, we do a lot of wine reductions. Those are all done as the order comes in. That keeps things fresh. We make everything here. The sauce for the lasagna we make here. Lasagna is made fresh every morning. Of course, it has to be refrigerated so we can cut it. It's made every morning, and we're usually out by the time we close that night. Sometimes we run out ahead of time.
People like the small, quaint places, right?
Well, that's intentionally kept small. We've been in business now for 6 years, and we could have doubled the size 4 or 5 years ago. We like small, quaint. We like people to feel like it's almost like their own dining room. We like to build relationships with our customers. They keep coming back. And I think we can either do a small space and do a really good job. Sometimes restaurants get too big and they get impersonal. We'd rather stay small and do it the right way.
If you're looking for a relaxing place to stay during your visit to Urbana, look no further than High Street Manor Bed and Breakfast. We caught up with the owners of High Street Manor, Harold and Carolyn Carr, to talk about their dedication to providing you with a peaceful and relaxing experience in their circa 1849 historic home. Tell us a little bit about who you serve and how long you've been doing the bed and breakfast, Carolyn.
This is our 6th year here in Urbana at High Street Manor Bed and Breakfast, and the clientele that we serve is very broad. Actually, we partner with our university, we partner with the city, we partner with various businesses in the community, and of course we have residents in the community that bring in family, and a lot of word of mouth.
Harold, give us a little specifics on this. How big of acreage is this house set on, and the size of the house?
It's almost 2 acres. We do have a tennis court that our guests can use. It's the house is about 6,000 square feet. Got a man cave downstairs, and on occasions our guests are able to use. Snooker table, that's probably one of the only ones here in Ohio, probably. It's a very large and a beautiful old home, and we're just blessed to have it.
Carolyn, what's kind of some of the history of the home?
Basically, the original home was built in 1849. It was built by Isaac Johnson, and his claim to fame, of course, is his entire family, but also Johnson Manufacturing here in Champaign County, in Urbana itself.
Tell us about what the guests can expect when they come to your beautiful bed and breakfast.
Thank you. Basically, what we want to do is exceed every expectation they may have. When they walk through the door, we want them to feel the warmth and the peace and the hospitality that we've been called to share. When it comes to our breakfast, we're pretty well known all over the place.
Who's cooking that breakfast, Carolyn?
Well, I'll tell you, we're a well-oiled machine, the two of us. I do most of the cooking. Harold serves along with me, and we put it together, and the guests seem to really appreciate it.
If you have a sweet tooth that likes a big variety, Marie's Candies has everything you could want in a candy store and more. Since 1956, Marie's Candies has been offering the best old-fashioned, high-quality candies for all of Central Ohio. We caught up with Rebecca Craig to find out what makes Marie's Candies worth the drive to West Liberty.
Yes, my grandparents started the business in the 50s, kind of out of necessity. My grandpa was a farmer but got polio, so could no longer farm, and they worked in it for about 17 years. My parents came along and have been in it for over 30 years, and I work here with one of my brothers as well. So I just am very thankful and blessed to be a part of something that they work so hard on, and we have about 35 other staff as well who are a vital part of our team. So our retail location is located in a old restored train depot. It was a building that my parents fell in love with that was kind of falling apart in the town, and they decided to move it to our location and restore it and then put our retail shop area in it. So it is kind of a historic thing, and it does have a lot of train memorabilia throughout as well. Our three best sellers would be the Turkins, which are like a turtle with pecans and caramel, the Butter Crunch, which is like a Heath bar or a toffee, and Peanut Butter Fancies, which is a smooth peanut butter cream. One of the newest pieces that we have right now is called a Sunny Seedkin, and it is actually another version of a turtle that's made with sunflower seeds and caramel. So that's been pretty popular. We also have another dark chocolate bark that has some dried fruit and sea salt on top, so that's been great this fall as well. Yes, so every gift item that you purchase in the store comes with candy. We package everything together. It makes kind of a fun gift. We like to think of creative ways to get the candy, packaged with each thing. Right now we're working on fall gifts, and we've got lots of fun creative packages for Halloween, and even like fancy gift stacks for our Sweetest Day coming up.
Located along U.S. Highway 68 between Urbana and West Liberty, Mad River Farm Market is a definite must-see during your visit to Urbana. We stopped in and talked to Michelle Hess about the multitude of products they offer and the giant corn maze found only at Mad River Farm Market.
Mad River Farm Market is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 3 years. We're located in West Liberty, Ohio. We carry a variety of Ohio wines, regional wines, over 200 domestic and craft beers. We carry a lot of deli meats and cheeses from Walnut Creek, gourmet dips and sauces, candles, antiques, pumpkins, gourds, flowers. We currently just added sit-down dining. We now serve pizza, sandwiches. We do have a coffee bar. We do provide entertainment on the weekends. Monthly, we have beer and wine tastings. I think what makes us different is the variety of Ohio wines that we carry. We try to be different than other markets around our area. So the more products I bring in and focus on local products around the area as far as vendors. September 21st and 22nd is our third annual Harvest Fest. That will be our opening day for our rodeo corn maze and trivia questions. During those events, we have several activities planned. We have horse rides, hay rides, craft vendors, food vendors, a bounce house for kids. That evening we will be having our beer and wine tasting from 5 to 8, and we do have a full band, Astounded, that will be our entertainment for that evening. We do have a website. If you go to www.madriverfarmmarket.com, or you can check with us on Facebook, Mad River Farm Market. Our hours are Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
After loading up on fish and shrimp, we hit the road to head south on US 72 to Adams County and the town of Seaman, Ohio for the 100th anniversary of the Seaman Fall Festival, one of Ohio's oldest community festivals dating back to 1913. Imagine a place where you can take a long, easy step back in time to see the prairies and the once covered portions of Ohio in the morning. Play a round of golf and watch the sunset over the Ohio River while sipping a glass of local wine. I chatted with Tom Cross of the Adams County Travel and Visitors Bureau in front of a recently restored covered bridge to learn more about this community. But we return to maybe a simpler time. We're in Adams County, and what a great place to break away from the city and come down and relax and just get away from the hustle bustle of everyday life. Tom Cross is joining us, and he is with the Travel and Visitors Bureau here in Adams County. Tell us what are some of the things that people want to see coming to Adams County, Tom?
Well, one of our most popular attractions, of course, is our Amish community, which is just right through the bridge and up the top of the hill there. We have Serpent Mound, and of course the Ohio River Scenic Byway, the 16,000-acre Edge Appalachian Preserve, which offers hiking, several state and nature areas. Adams County, too, is home to the original quilt trail.
Yeah.
First quilt trail, and it's probably in all 50 states by now, and parts of Canada and everywhere else. And but now there are probably about 40 quilt barns out there. And fall is a good time to visit too.
I was going to ask you, when's a good time to come down? Is this a great time of the year to come down?
This is a great time of the year. Actually, in 2 or 3 weeks when the leaves start changing and it gets a little cooler, it can be a better time of the year to get here, But it's also nice. One of our big festivals, of course, is the Wheat Ridge Herb Festival, which goes on there in October. You have to go to our website, adamscountytravel.org, and it'll give you exactly where all the festivals are at, and times and locations, and phone numbers to call.
Yeah, and of course, they can always go down to aboutcolumbus.com, and there will be a link that'll get them there to some of these festivals. Now, the one that we know is coming up right away is the Seaman Festival, which is in the little village of Seaman, right?
Right up the road here, Little Seaman. It's 100 years old. Started in 1914, if you can believe that. So having 100 years, and it's a small country festival, and king and queen contests, tractor pulls, all you would expect in a small community, in a small farming community, I might.
Well, it certainly sounds great, Tom. You know what? Let's go see some of the great things here in Adams County.
I'm ready. Right through the bridge here.
Okay.
Let's go.
Kime Family Market is well known for its homemade pies, fresh-baked breads, among a variety of other selections from their full-line bakery. Enter the woodworking portion of the market and feast your eyes on an original woodworking line that includes bedroom sets, dining sets, office furniture, armoires, and more. David Slater and I talked about this market's unique history while I was eyeing some of those delicious baked goods. So give us a little history of this. This market's been here a while, right?
Actually, the market started around 1980 when Roy and his wife Maddie sold out of a horse and buggy right down at the bottom of Tater Ridge Road, and they did that for a few years, and then eventually moved up the road to here about a mile or so, and eventually built this store from the profits that they'd made early on.
What would the visitor to Kime Family Market find?
We have fine indoor furniture. We have outdoor furniture, either wood or poly material. We also sell storage barns, carports. We sell children's play sets, and that's pretty much the furniture end of it, or the big item end of it.
Of course, I can't help but notice they got plenty of bulk food and cheese and meat over in that case, right?
Yeah, lots of bulk food. We have a fine deli department. We have specials that we run every week. Probably one of the best bakeries in the area. We sell probably more baked goods than anything else if you talk about individual items.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What kind of baked goods am I going to find over there?
Well, we're pretty well known for our cream horns over the long haul, but here over the past couple of years, the donuts we've really improved on the donuts, and we sell lots and lots of fresh donuts there every day but Sunday.
So, David, what hours are you open, and how can people get more information when they're coming down from the Columbus area?
Well, we open at 8 o'clock every morning. Through the week, it's 8 to 6. On Saturdays, it's 8 to 5. Closed on Sundays.
Cave Hill overlooks the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains in Adams County, Ohio. Relax in the lodge or cabin. Walk the trails of the Appalachian Mountains. I sat down with George Carr to take in one of the breathtaking views, enjoy some wine, and learn about this wonderful place. Talk to me a little bit about the highlights of staying here. You're a good example of the hustle and bustle of Cincinnati and kind of getting away from it all. And
we get families with pets. We take dogs. We had some cats last week. We get a lot of couples that come out. All these people are from the city, want a quiet time in the country. Oftentimes they come here thinking that they'll make it their sort of base of operations and go out and see things in the county. And they find themselves staying right here.
George, talk to me about how many people you can accommodate in some of the amenities and things that you have here.
When we were building these places, the idea was to make it absolutely as comfortable as you could. So the first thing we did was put in air conditioning and heating and all that good stuff, good kitchens. My wife Patty insisted that we have good kitchens. So the lodge sleeps 8 in beds. The cabin has 1 bedroom downstairs with a queen-size bed in it, and then 4 bunks upstairs.
Someone who's coming down, how much advance notice they need to get a reservation? How do they make those reservations? And how do they get more information, George?
We advertise on Vacation Rental by Owner. We also have our own website, cavehillcabins.com, which is on the website of the Adams County Travel and Visitors Bureau.
So we're going to leave it there, George. A great place to come and visit and just get away and enjoy it. And remember, if you're looking for more information, you can always go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. There will be a link that will get you to the Adams County Travel and Visitors Bureau website where you can find more information out, but a great place just to kind of get a break from the big city. The Miller brothers are continuing the family tradition of 30 years by providing the best possible baked goods, Amish-made furniture, and bulk foods. This Amish family-owned business attracts folks from hundreds of miles away to their Southwest Ohio location in Adams County. I learned more about the history of Miller's Bakery and Furniture from JR. Well, if you followed our show at all, you know we absolutely love Amish country. We found a great place down in Adams County. It's called Miller's Bakery and Furnishings, and it is fantastic. JR is joining us today to talk a little bit about this business. Are you part of the family that created this?
Yes. I actually married into the family. So I've got three brother-in-laws actually. One owns the furniture, another owns a bakery, and then I got Junior, which owns the bulk food.
JR, tell me a little bit about how this business got started, because obviously it didn't start off this huge, because this is a lot of things.
It started back in 72 is when they started, and he started working for his mom in the kitchen, and he just never had any idea that he was actually building his own business.
Now, for the visitor coming down from Columbus, tell them the things that they would find here coming into this complex.
They're going to find a lot of handcrafted furniture. I mean, probably the biggest selection here, in Ohio. All foods, meats, cheeses, bakeries, got pies.
When it comes to furniture, is there anything particularly you're proud of in your furniture store?
That it can be handed down generations.
Give me an idea of hours when we can stop in and how we find you in Adams County.
9 to 5, Monday through Saturday is the time that we'll be in operation.
This is a fabulous place. I haven't seen anything quite this big. This is nice. Again, that's Miller's Bakery and Furnishings, located down in Adams County. And again, if you want information how to find it, go down and there's a link on our website that'll get you there. Just remember, outandaboutcolumbus.com. Murfin Ridge Inn, a bed and breakfast in southern Ohio, is the perfect getaway for pleasure and relaxation in Amish country. Situated on 142 acres of rolling woodland and farmland with breathtaking vistas of the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, Murfin Ridge Inn is the ideal spot for a romantic getaway, family vacation, or business retreat. Levi Grooms told me more about this marvelous place. Well, on our trip to Adams County, we found this wonderful accommodations. It has everything from a swimming pool to tennis courts. And to learn more about this wonderful place, we are talking to Levi Grooms today. Levi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about the Murfin Ridge Inn. This is just a gorgeous place, and it looks like it's got a lot of historical value.
It's originally a Civil War land grant, and then was a working family farm up until the mid-1970s, then became an inn in 1990. So we've been going strong for over 20 years.
What do you think brings the guest here?
I think probably a lot of people come here, sort of disconnect from their daily lives, hectic work, job, city, that sort of stuff. Because we do have those modern amenities, Wi-Fi, fine dining, we got a liquor license, all that sort of stuff you wouldn't expect from the middle of Amish country, but, also trails in the woods and, beautiful scenery, stuff like that.
What do you think sets you apart from other bed, breakfast inns, those kinds of things?
I think the main thing is that we focus on the finer details, knowing how our guests like their coffee each morning and not having to ask them for cream, things like that. Remembering people's birthday for when they come back the next year, favorite cakes, things like that. Just those extra little steps that make people feel like they're actually at home.
So how far in advance does someone book and kind of give us some information as to how you can make reservations to come down?
Sure. Check out our website, murfinridgeinn.com. October is going to be really busy with all the leaves changing, and there's some festivals in the area.
Levi, thanks so much for being on the show. Great information.
Thank you.
And again, if you're looking for something to disconnect from the city life, come down to Adams County, wonderful place, the Murfin Ridge Inn. As we head north from a fun day in Adams County, we wrap up our adventures back home in Franklin County at the Arts in the Alley Festival in Grove City. The festival features more than 100 juried exhibitors that display and sell art in a wide variety of mediums, as well as a variety of musical entertainment throughout the festival. Zamorelli's Pizza in Grove City can only be described in one way: simply amazing. The readers of City Scene think so too. Tina and Jack Middendorf gave me a quick history lesson on Zamorelli's, and I even got to sample some of the great menu options you can order today. Tell us a little bit of the history here.
Well, we've been trying to put out the best product as possible, and we use the finest of ingredients. We make everything fresh daily, the sauce, the dough. And
well, how did you get the award? Let's talk about that a little bit first.
that was voted by the City Scene readers that they had a poll. They called me up one day and said, we won it.
Yeah. And you know what's really cool is the mayor down here said, since you guys got that great a pizza, right, we're going to proclaim a month. And what is that about?
That will be in conjunction with our 50th anniversary coming up in October that my father-in-law started.
It's going to be Zamorelli Pizza Month, right?
Zamorelli Pizza Month, and we will be having various giveaways and celebrating and giving thanks back to the community for all their patronage through the years.
It was your dad that started this great place, right?
Yes, it was.
So tell us a little of the history here.
Well, he came, he always wanted to have a restaurant. His family was in business back in a small town in Salem, Ohio, and he always wanted to bring those recipes that my grandmother had and brought with her in the early 1900s. And I think what keeps us apart from the other pizza shops is we have a full line of Italian dinners, homemade raviolis and gnocchis, lasagna, as well as all kinds of sandwiches and all kinds of pizzas.
Tell us why you think you have this tremendous success with the Zamorelli's Pizza.
Products that we produce are all handmade, and people say, why don't you expand or do something like that? Like, no, it's that we stand here, or I shouldn't say we, I and Tina both stand here and watch to make sure it's the quality product going out.
Oyo Frozen Yogurt wants to be your favorite spot to pick up a frozen treat. Located conveniently in Grove City, Oyo offers customers a unique approach to creating your mouth-watering masterpiece. David Palmer told us more about Oyo's mission to serve their customers and the community at the same time.
We started about a year and a half ago in June of 2012. It's family-owned, family-operated. My wife, myself, as well as her family kind of started this. We saw a need in Grove City for the self-serve concept, which has become really, really popular in Columbus over the last couple of years. There was nothing like that down here, and so we thought that this would be something that would really kind of thrive. Well, as opposed to most dessert places, we are totally, completely self-serve. And so what that means is when you show up, you grab a cup, you can choose from one of 16 different flavors of frozen yogurts, sorbets. You can choose from over 60 different toppings, and you mix and match as many flavors of yogurt, as many different toppings, and then you pay by weight, which is kind of unique. And so here, our goal was simple when we started. We wanted to offer more flavors of frozen yogurt, we wanted to offer more toppings, and we wanted to do it at a cheaper price than any other place in Columbus. And so we think that's one of those things that makes us unique. Our big thing here at Oyo, what sets us apart is we strive to be the place in Grove City where families and friends can come together. And so we believe we have something here that everybody can love, whether it's kids or grandparents. There's something here for everyone. And so whether it's high school and junior high students coming here to hang out after school, taking somebody out on your first date, or grandparents bringing their grandkids in, we want to be the place that Grove City thinks of first, and that's what we're trying to create here. That's the atmosphere that we're trying to have.